The earth trembled, buildings swayed, and in an instant, the world shifted. On March 28, 2025, a monstrous earthquake, registering a terrifying 7.7 on the Richter scale, ripped through the heart of Myanmar and Thailand. The initial shock, a brutal awakening, was just the beginning. An aftershock, a relentless echo of the first, struck moments later, measuring a significant 6.4. Its epicenter lay near Mandalay, Myanmar's bustling second-largest city, a place known for its ancient pagodas and vibrant culture. This wasn't just a natural disaster, it was a hammer blow to the very soul of Southeast Asia. The quake's impact was immediate and devastating. Across Myanmar and Thailand, the ground writhed, opening up and swallowing buildings whole. People were thrown about like rag dolls, their screams lost in the cacophony of collapsing concrete and shattering glass. Dust choked the air, a grim shroud over cities plunged into chaos and despair. The world watched in horror as news reports poured in, painting a grim picture of the devastation. The initial hours were a blur of confusion and fear, as the true extent of the disaster slowly began to reveal itself. Myanmar, a land steeped in history and tradition, bore the brunt of the earthquake's fury. Mandalay, the cultural heart of the nation, was scarred beyond recognition. The iconic Ma Soe Yani monastery, a symbol of Buddhist devotion for centuries, lay in ruins, its once golden spires now a jumbled mess of rubble. The city's main hospital, Mandalay General Hospital, was overwhelmed. Its capacity to treat the injured stretched to the breaking point. The cries of the injured and the anguished pleas of those searching for loved ones filled the air, a heart-wrenching symphony of despair. Naypyidaw, Myanmar's modern capital, wasn't spared either. Government buildings, symbols of power and authority, crumbled under the quake's relentless force. The city, a beacon of modernity in the nation, was reduced to a scene of chaos and destruction. In Sagaing, a region known for its historical significance, a 90-year-old bridge, a vital artery connecting communities, collapsed into the Irrawaddy River. This wasn't just the destruction of infrastructure, it was the severing of lifelines, the isolation of communities already grappling with the disaster's impact. Across the border, Thailand reeled from the quake's impact. In Bangkok, the nation's bustling capital, a 30-story skyscraper still under construction, swayed precariously before collapsing in on itself, a terrifying spectacle captured on countless smartphones. The air filled with the roar of collapsing concrete and the screams of those trapped within, a chilling testament to the earthquake's indiscriminate wrath. The building, a symbol of the city's ambition and progress, became a tomb for some, a stark reminder of nature's raw power. The city, usually a whirlwind of activity, ground to a halt. Streets were gridlocked as panicked residents tried to flee the city center. The city's transit system, usually a lifeline for millions, was temporarily shut down, adding to the chaos. Fear and uncertainty gripped the city as people desperately tried to contact loved ones and make sense of the unfolding disaster. The collapse of the skyscraper served as a grim focal point, a stark illustration of the earthquake's destructive power. In the aftermath of the devastating earthquake, a different kind of tremor shook Myanmar and Thailand, a wave of human compassion. Rescue workers, many of them volunteers, toiled tirelessly amidst the rubble, their faces grim with determination as they searched for survivors. Stories of hope emerged from the wreckage. A child pulled alive from the arms of her deceased mother. A group of office workers freed from a collapsed building after days of being trapped. Each life saved was a victory, a testament to the indomitable spirit of humanity. The international community responded swiftly, sending aid and offering condolences. Medical teams, sniffer dogs trained to locate survivors, and engineers skilled in assessing structural damage were deployed to the affected regions. Field hospitals were set up to treat the injured, and temporary shelters provided refuge for those who had lost their homes. The road to recovery would be long and arduous, but the outpouring of support, both locally and globally, offered a glimmer of hope in the face of unimaginable loss. This wasn't just about rebuilding cities, it was about rebuilding lives, about piecing together the shattered fragments of communities torn apart by the earthquake.